I'm Preston.
And I'm Clifford. And today we're going to talk about integrity and what that means.
In music.
Yes. All right.
So, I guess you could start with the complaints. He likes to do that.
Yeah. Do I? Do I really? I don't think so. But yeah, I was thinking earlier today, in which this is probably the last video of us summing up all of our issues with
just anger.
Yeah, about people's opinions on things and how everyone's just annoying. And the main thing is,
And us giving our opinions on those opinions.
yeah, and then people.
Ours are different.
Yeah, ours are better. But I guess I'll chalk it up as, I guess, like people's views on like what integrity music should have or what it means in music. Like, I guess prime example would be seeing people say that a band like Steel Panther and their music is just invalid and that music shouldn't have comedy in it because it's not serious because they don't.
Even though their actual playing is pretty serious.
Yeah, like
and
Satchel
live,
is fantastic.
They sound amazing. Like, everybody sounds great live in that band. And like he was saying, Satchel's like pretty notably a really good guitar player, so.
Yeah, or another band we bring up a lot like Ghost, where, oh, it's just a gimmick, so their music's trash because it's all about a gimmick.
Even just based, like, going back to the comedy thing, like, I mean, stand-up comedy is a whole career.
Yeah.
And those people take it very seriously. Just because you're making somebody laugh doesn't mean it's easy. I mean, you could make a joke song all day, and maybe you'll get, like, 4 people to like it. That doesn't mean you're actually funny. It means 4 people like your bullshit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you have a band like Steel Panther, who's what? They did 2 full albums now?
Oh, I think they're getting on like 5.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the last one? I remember
the last one was called
2.
Lower the Bar. Then there was like All You Can Eat was before that.
I remember All You Could Eat. Okay, so I remember 3 of them. So yeah, I mean, that's like 4 going on 5 full albums, and people still like them, and they're on tour with big bands like Priest when we saw them.
Yeah,
so
they were great, even though we
I mean,
were
they're clearly
shit-faced.
working hard and doing a good job to maintain a standard of funny. Just because you might think being funny isn't awesome or dark or super serious doesn't mean it's not hard work or not actual integrity in what they do.
Like, yeah, you can listen to pretty much everyone in that band and know, like, they put a lot of time into their craft, and the fact that, like,
Even just the characters.
yeah, that you think about all that, they maintain those characters in like almost every single interview.
Yeah, and live.
Even like when they break character for a minute, they end up coming back and making it even more ridiculous half the time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't understand this thing where like they act as if music is different from any other form of entertainment, where you can't have varying like types. Like, you have movies and TV shows that are drama, and the ones that are comedy, and then
And romances, and then you
horror.
have the mix of rom-com and comedy
Yeah.
horror, and
horror, and then you get genres of music like horror, punk, and
yeah, it could blend together. You don't have to like everything. That's okay. No one,
Yeah.
probably most likely not everyone likes you.
And that's one of those things where it becomes less of like, I don't like it because it's not X genre, but that's where it gets those really nitpicky kind of things where it's just
Yeah.
like certain things, like someone could love 80s metal but then not like Steel Panther because they don't like.
Well, we brought up in a
That they're-
previous video, constantly trying to force people into a genre or trying to force what you're doing into a genre. Like, you don't really, like, there's no point in that. Just do what you want to do.
Like, and as I said, with it being integrity, you have these people who think like people who are like super into metal and then need to shit on everything else. Like, I understand you probably don't like pop or certain shit, and that's perfectly fucking fine. But it's weird to me because to me, the attitude of metal is like, fuck you, this is my music. This is what I want to fucking do. Don't tell me what I can do and what I can listen to and what music I can make.
And then you go right out and do the
Yeah,
exact same thing.
and then tell everyone that, as if like they're like
You're like
not
the social
woke
justice
as you
warriors
are.
of metal.
Yeah, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I've had like friends at times who were like that and stuff, and I was even like that back in like high school. You know, I didn't listen.
Yeah,
to
when I
certain
think
things.
back to when I was like that, it's because I was a kid.
Yeah, like I didn't really like punk at all. Eventually, like Misfits was my first like kind of gateway into that. And now it's like I listen to that more than
Yeah.
metal half the time, and it's just
Well, metal got super bland over the years too, so it's
yeah,
kinda like,
it's like what I don't even
I
care
need a palate
anymore.
cleanser.
Yeah,
I go back to metal I like, but on the whole, the older I get, the less I'm into just straight metal. Until I didn't really know about Entombed until you showed me them.
Yeah, and
a
then
few
you
months
found something that
ago.
you like, and even then they're an older band. It's not like
Yeah.
something that's recently happening. This is the 80s, early 90s that they were coming out with the stuff you listen to.
Early 90s, yeah.
So, like, there's that, and then there's, like, the things with technical ability. Like, I've seen things, it's people who just, like, they'll be into, like, classical or jazz or metal who just, like, won't respect you if you don't reach a certain level of talent. They'll talk shit about someone like Kurt Cobain who, like, my only thing with integrity is as long as you're making the music you want to make, regardless of how it is, that you're doing what you want to do. That's like,
Well,
I don't
if
have to like
anything,
it.
I say there's more integrity in doing what you want to do as opposed to doing what you think other people want you to do.
That's what I mean. Is like someone like Kurt Cobain gets shit on because he was not like a fucking technical guitar player by any means. But for the most part, it's like
Those are
he's
super
writing the
catchy
fucking
riffs.
shit he wanted to write.
Yeah, and it was different at the time.
Yeah, and it won over how many people? And people seem to forget that music. Like when the first people discovered music and that they can manipulate sound, because that's all it is. You're just doing
Making
what you
sounds.
can with sounds. Like, do you really think they sat there thinking about, I have to play
What everyone
my
else
30
wants to
second
hear.
note? Yeah, or like whatever things that you think music should have. It's just so ridiculous to me how, like, I love music. It's my favorite thing. Anytime I have to do anything that I don't have to like actually watch something, like music is always playing for me.
Yeah.
Always. But I just don't understand how you have that mindset of just complete, like, it's not done this certain way.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to
You,
just
like,
not
suck the
be a
joy
fan,
out of
but-
it.
Yeah. I mean, even, like, I mean, I guess somebody could say that they don't like any pop, but they're probably lying. I mean, I guarantee you that everybody likes at least one pop song at some point in the history of pop. I mean, it's popular music. That's like the point in it. So there's got to be something catchy, at least in one song, that everybody's going to like at some point or another. Doesn't mean you have to like all of it. Doesn't mean you have to be a fan of it. You don't have to support it, but you can't. It's stupid to get mad about it.
Yeah.
And it's also stupid, like, even when a band sells out, like, I get, like, if you're a fan of that band, because I was like this with Metallica for a long time. Like, obviously, if you like metal, you're going to like older Metallica. But, and then a lot of those people who liked older Metallica got mad around the Black Album.
People start getting mad at Ride the Lightning because it had Fade to Black and it was
I
a
don't want
ballad.
to hear that shit.
And then they did a
That's
music
like one of
video.
their best fucking albums. But it's just, yeah, people get so nitpicky. And, like, I get what they did. Like, they accomplished what they wanted to accomplish originally. They became, like, the biggest metal band basically almost ever.
And that's
really.
the thing, is like
And
the Black Album, like, it's not a thrash album, but it's still a fucking
pretty
metal
heavy
album.
compared to most anything you compare it to.
When they went to go do Load and Reload, I highly doubt they were like, we got to strip this back and get more commercial for more fans, because they were already like the biggest fucking band on the planet.
Yeah.
So if anything, they took more of a risk of like, we're gonna make these two albums that, like, in my opinion, could have just been stripped back into one decent album, and could have done that. But they made the two albums that they wanted to fucking make. They did whatever the hell they wanted.
I think there's
to do.
interviews they even said they wanted to get more into rock as opposed to metal because they'd been doing metal since they were kids, and they got older. And when you get older, you tend to not just want to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Unless you're Slayer.
I mean, certain things like Saint Anger, when they take out all the solos and stuff. Like, if you watch, like, Some Kind of Monster, you could clearly see in that, like, they're trying to fit into a certain thing. But at that point, they had a big gap between albums there, didn't they?
Yeah, because, like, I think Reload was... Well, it's a decent amount. I don't remember exact dates.
But I feel like at that point, they were just trying to come back and go back to what they were doing originally.
And maybe they thought, hey, if we try to do it in the ways the younger people are doing, maybe we'll, like, rekindle something for ourselves. But they did not. They did not at all.
Which is probably why their newer albums since then have been at least better. I'm still not a major fan of them, but
I hated the last one
song.
because was the title track, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, I thought was great until it got to that goddamn chorus.
Yeah.
I won't even get into it.
Sometimes the lyrical choices.
Yeah, which
Not the
again,
greatest.
that's their lyrical choices. And even though, like I said, I still, like, for the most part, enjoy the song. It doesn't...
Yeah, musically it's great.
Yeah, and...
I just, I'm not going to, like, attack Metallica over it. They're above me anyway. They really don't care what I think. And that's how it should be. They shouldn't give a shit what I think. They should do what they want to do. And they are. And that's why they're the biggest metal band around right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
and regardless, it's like I said, with all these different
Metal
things, whether you, like, sell out or it's about your technical ability, like, technical ability is the weirdest one to me, because I definitely appreciate many
Yeah, I mean, like,
players.
I like Chris Broderick, but, I mean, he hasn't really written anything I care to listen to.
Yeah,
but I think
and
he's an
even
amazing guitar
there's,
player.
like, technical players I do like, like,
I like
been in,
Loomis
like,
a lot.
Alex Skolnick's a good shred dude.
Yeah.
Like, people in bands, they're usually in bands. I'm not a big fan of much of the solo artist kind of ones, like the Yngwie and stuff. Like, I like stuff here
Loomis.
and there. Loomis is cool, too, but, like, it's not something I really...
Well, I
put
mean,
on
I haven't
much, but-
followed him much recently, but the one album I know, he started picking up actual vocalists, which made it a bit better to me because it diversified the album. There wasn't just guitar,
Yeah,
which I
'cause-
did like the first album a lot, though. But I mean, it wasn't something I put on constantly. I did put it on like once a month though, for a while. Not so much anymore, but
Yeah, and it's all entertainment. That's what it is. As we said before, it's
Well, everyone wanting all that like technical shit is why we have like Gent and stuff now, which everyone it's like this weird like there's obviously a group of people that like it because it's selling.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't see anybody saying anything good about it.
Yeah,
Everyone
you
seems
get
to just crap on it.
because
Which again,
now
that's
there's
their
so
thing,
much
but
of it too. Like that's what like I don't like
there is,
about a
I
lot
know
of
one band.
what Periphery.
Yeah.
I can't the name wise. Yeah, but and
I don't know any
a
other
lot of
band,
like
but
gear demos too. Like that bothered me a lot of like gear demos
Yeah.
for a while. It's always like the same similar kind of tone. It's like none of you are doing what I want to see out of this amp. So like
Yeah.
automatically every amp I would look into or something like that would just be like I can't tell if I like this or not because this isn't
Just
really
gotta go
my
to the
thing.
store and try it.
Yeah.
Which, if you watch any of our other videos and you do like any of the gear demos, cool. But I would always suggest trying an amp before buying it,
Definitely.
if possible, because no matter what, it could do things that you don't expect, and it's not going to sound the same in person
And
as it
feel
does.
too, like the way an amp responds is a
Yeah.
whole other thing. Like when you actually play through it.
Yeah, everything. Drums, same way. Nothing's going to sound the same mic'd up as it will in person, so there's a lot of different things that go into it. It's something that, especially if you're like a new player and you're looking into it, it's not something I thought about for a long time. Like I always followed Ola England, and I found Fluff and started watching other guys on YouTube, and I liked a lot of the stuff. And, I mean, part of the reason was my old cab was terrible, but I ran through so many amps, and there was a lot of things that I didn't like about them that I still don't think... There's still certain amps I don't care to get back, but there are a few I think I would like to try with a better cab.
Yeah, that's another factor too. Speakers, all that.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So even then, if you like how the head sounds, but you have a dog shit cab, you're probably going to hate it anyway. So
Yeah, but you're gonna make music that's gonna not fit someone's idea of what music should be, and
yeah, and then everyone's
someone's gonna
hate
you, and
I still hate you.
you'll sell out arenas, and then they'll be like, "There's such a shit band. Who cares about this?" You keep posting articles like, "Obviously, this arena cares,"
Yeah.
and I doubt it's just
Well,
this
it's like
one.
you were saying with Ghosts, like people get mad.
That's what I was referencing. I just saw an article before I left my house.
I figured that's who you're referencing. That's
I need
why
to
bringing it
stop
back, but-
reading these because.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Well, we talked about that in another video.
Part of me like just enjoys like seeing how much, and then like you get the people bitching back, and it's like, who cares? Like obviously you do because you commented on it enough.
Yeah.
If you really didn't care, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned that in another video, how Facebook and stuff can be positive, but it's also pretty toxic because the comment sections will just make you so angry. And, I mean, just yesterday or today, I saw like the Aladdin poster, which justifiably, anybody who is mad, I agree. But
Yeah,
I didn't comment on it and complain. I'm just not going to watch the movie until I see some reviews, and if they're good, I'll maybe watch it. But
I feel like it will be. None of those
I honestly
appeal
don't
to
care
me.
about any of the Disney.
They're doing the Lion
live-action
King one.
stuff.
That one's just weird to me. Like, why are you even making a live action movie?
Live
Like,
action out of CGI.
Yeah, there's not a single real person in that movie. What the fuck's live action in that? Like,
Nothing.
we shot some things in the jungle of just the jungle, then CGI'd out the real animals and put in some real ones. No, computer ones. But yeah, either way,
We digress.
we got pretty far off on that one.
Yeah. Well, so this is like he was saying earlier. This is going to kind of wrap up the complaints about all this kind of stuff. Like we went through Facebook, social media, all that, home recording affecting the local scene, all that.
And just everyone's wound up people get over what is just entertainment. Music to me is a lot more personal than most other forms of like entertainment. So I get why people get so like.
I feel personal with music, and I like movies a lot.
Yeah.
So I get multiple forms, but
I mean, music
If you
to
don't
me
like it,
is
just
more
go.
open to interpretation unless you're watching like weird, like surreal, abstract movies and stuff.
yeah.
So like it's a lot easier to put your own thoughts into it, and I get that. But then that just means for the stuff you personally like. This is, I mean, it's
all
all just
personal.
entertainment. It's just sound waves being manipulated by people like hitting stuff or making noise with their mouth. Like,
I mean, if you really don't like what you're hearing
don't
all
gotta
the
listen
time,
to it.
yeah, don't listen to it, or just go write your own stuff. Use it
Yeah.
as motivation to make the music that you want to hear, and then you'll probably get an audience based on that.
yeah.
I mean,
And since it's all entertainment, we might do more videos on other forms of entertainment too.
yeah, we're
Some
thinking
more
about
of
doing a
these
movie review,
little
and
couch vlogs.
if there's any suggestions of what you want to see us talk about, we could do that. We're thinking about talking about bands, so hopefully in the next week or two we'll have like a review of either a band or an album.
Just like our thoughts, or
Yeah.
like we had the idea, we haven't done it yet, but yeah, kind of like a little history, give you a little history lesson. Because
Yeah.
why not? I love reading about bands the second I get into them, and
Yeah, he does
I
that.
turn into an encyclopedia, and
It works for me because I don't like to do the work, and I just ask him.
then I failed earlier when you asked me the year gap
Yeah.
between Metallica albums.
So he's not the best at it.
It's been. I know St. Anger was 2003. I just can't remember when Reload was. Sorry. I know Garage Inc. was like 99, 2000.
It's not a huge gap.
Well, that's not like a studio album. That's like covers.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well,
Either way.
I think that about wraps it up. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to future videos with other types of entertainment.
Or you hate us because we're stupid YouTubers who make jokes in some of our videos. We'll be like the next Jared Dines where they hate him because he tries to be funny.
Yeah, well, joke's on them. We already hate ourselves.
Yeah.
Bye.
I even did finger guns, so you know I hate myself. Please kill me.